What's going on, my big head beauties? It's your girl Ari, and I'm back again with another big ass video. Okay, so we about to talk about some real stuff. Okay, so make sure you do the things that YouTubers tell you to do. So social media is mad toxic. That's just number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So
say baby I love you. Say baby I love you. Say my name.
DJ Merx.
Hey baby I love you. Say my name. No one is around you. Say baby I love you.
Hey big head.
it's mad toxic, and we not about to front like it's not. Social media is toxic. I literally came to the conclusion over quarantine. I always felt like it was toxic, but during this quarantine, I was able to really reevaluate some things, and social media is mad toxic. So stick around in this video if you want to talk that real, okay? So of course y'all know I wrote things down because I always forget about what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it. I'm not gonna be before you long, church, but we got to talk about this. So the first thing I'm gonna let y'all know is I deleted my Facebook. The reason I deleted my Facebook probably like 2 months ago. The reason why I deleted my Facebook is because I realized what it was starting to do to my brain, and I did not like it. I realized what it was starting to do to my mental health, and I just did not like it. And so one day I just made the decision to go ahead and deactivate the account, and then I moved forward to delete the account. So the reason why I said I didn't like what it was doing to my brain, get into my waves, they coming in, but I didn't like what it was doing to my mental health, was because I found myself spending way too much time on Facebook. I found myself thinking about Facebook posts when I wasn't even on Facebook. Like, I found myself arguing with people on comments in the comment section that I never even seen before, or people that I haven't seen in a really long time, about my own opinion about stuff. And I noticed, because I live in a really small town. I'm from the Bronx, a big city, but I live in a really small town down south now, and I have for the past couple of years. And I just found that people were just competing with me silently. People were refusing to like my posts because it's me. I found myself comparing myself to people who are my same age, graduated in the same year from me as high school. I found myself just literally being heavily influenced by Facebook. Now, I've never been a real heavy Instagram user. So I do makeup looks on Instagram, but I never really been an Instagram user like that, because I always felt like Instagram was kind of bougie. But I always felt like I could rock with Facebook because it was like more my speed. But I had to delete it. Like, I had to get it away, get that shit away from me. I don't want to see it no more, because people on there were just so freaking fake. It was irking me. And it was just like, I kept unfriending people, unfriending. I'm like, okay, well, I could create my own atmosphere on Facebook, but it literally was not working. I still was coming across negative posts. I still was coming across people who was giving these long, drawn out PSAs about their personal relationship, and just giving these long personal venting posts. And it just was like, who are you talking to? Like, do you really feel like, don't get me wrong, you can make a post on Facebook that could help somebody in their life, that could resonate with somebody, what you're going through might be what they're going through. But people was just making these long, drawn out posts, and it was just like, who are you talking to? It was getting on my nerves. And like I said, it was affecting my mental health. And I realized that I would intend to be on it for 15 minutes, and then I would be on there for like 3 hours. I would be on there at work, and it was just ridiculous. So I literally never had a problem putting Instagram away. I could get off Instagram in a heartbeat, Snapchat, all of that. But it was something about that Facebook, so I had to delete it. And then it helped me to really see my patterns on there, my behaviors. It helped me to really see how I was feeling it, using Facebook as a filler, like, you know, being bored, so I just get on Facebook, procrastinating my makeup looks, my YouTube videos, just being nosy, looking at people's stuff, going on people's page, looking at people's pictures, like just doing stuff that really wasn't adding to me as a human, as a young lady, as a businesswoman. Going on there for my dose of spirituality. And I actually started to crack open my Bible. Like, I didn't look at Facebook for my spiritual dose. Like I started to read the Bible on my own and not let somebody else read the Bible and interpret it for me and then make a inspirational post. Like I had to get off Facebook. It was ridiculous. And so I realized that social media in general is toxic. YouTube is my favorite app because I feel like it is also toxic, but it's the one that you can find more positivity than the rest of the apps. But I do feel like YouTube is toxic, but I like the monetization of it, that you can make money from it. And I like the fact that you can post real videos that are long and give people a dose into your real life, into your realness. And if you don't want to see negative videos, all you got to do is tell YouTube, don't recommend those videos to me no more. And they won't. But I mean, YouTube does have its negative aspects, you know, reactors who watch people videos and want to make videos about their life as if a 15-minute video could really tell you about a person. But we're not going to get on that right now. But social media is toxic. I wrote down a couple of reasons why I feel like it's toxic. Number one, we're way too focused on likes and comments, especially on Facebook and Instagram. Sometimes people will take down a post on Instagram or Facebook because it do not get enough likes. I've seen it. I've done it. Okay, you will take it down after it's been up there for 15 minutes. You only got 14 likes. You're like, what they doing? Why they didn't see my post? Why they didn't like it? Why they didn't comment? Like likes and comments actually affect your mental health. Like it's like a proven psychology study that have been done, and it literally affects your mental health to the point where, you know, people are literally keep checking their phone, like, oh my God, did they like my post? Oh my gosh. And it's just ridiculous that we are like this. And you notice I say we because I'm included. Facebook envy, which is the general concept of being envious or jealous of friends' activities on social media. So you see your girl, your homegirl, this person, that person, they out somewhere with other friends, you not there, you pissed like, oh, they wasn't gonna tell me that they went. Or you see somebody who's in your same age group, graduated at the same time as you, they might have a husband, a house, a car, this, that, and the third, and you just start comparing yourself and you just wish like, oh my gosh, I wish that I had that. Facebook envy. And it's just like, no, you're at the right place in your life right now. You're at the right place in your life where God wants you to be. So you cannot be envious of other people and where they are, because God has a special plan for you. And he has you where he wants you to be. Okay. Privacy. Sometimes I feel like Facebook was spying on me. Sometimes I feel like Google be spying on me too, because I literally will look up something on Google or talk about it with a friend next to my phone. And then next thing you know, I see nothing but ads about that specific thing. Like I'm looking for a hotel for a weekend. Next thing you know, I get on Facebook, hella ads about hotels with good prices. Is there a chip in my phone that you can hear me? Like, why? Your spirituality, like I said earlier, people literally get on Facebook, get online, get on social media apps and look for inspiration for their spirituality. And what I mean by that, because it's fine to look for inspiration, it's fine to look up a sermon by TD Jakes, it's fine to look up a nice quote that's spiritual, but it just stops people from actually cracking open their own Bible, getting in God's secret place and praying with him by themselves. No social media, no posts, no nothing. So people will literally feel like, oh, I got my dose of spirituality in for the day because they shared a spiritual post, or because they read a spiritual, you know, long ass thing on Facebook or something like that. And it's just like, no, like you need to read that Bible for yourself. You need to talk to God on your own. You need to have your own relationship with him, minus social media. Don't take it the wrong way. Like I'm saying, you cannot go look for spiritual things and inspiration on social media. You can, but at the same time, you got to do your own work. You got to do your own homework too with it. Point blank. You got to do your own praying. You got to do your own reading of the Bible. You got to do your own. You got to walk your own walk with God, not walk beside someone else on social media. It's just not realistic. Another reason why it's highly addictive is because a lot of people are in denial and believe themselves to be more in control of social media usage than they really are. Literally, they really think they have control over this thing. They don't realize, like, you keep on checking your Facebook, your Instagram, every 10 minutes. You was just on there for 3 hours and then you closed the app and you reopened it like 15 minutes later. That makes no sense. You're not in control of it. Ex-founders of Facebook have spoken about how it was designed from the beginning to trigger addictive mechanisms within the human nervous system. They literally created psychological cravings so that your experience, your time spent on these apps studies your behavior and throws out things at you that they know will make you want to get back on to look at it again. It was literally created to make you addicted to it. And the reason why I know that is because when I went to go deactivate my page, there's hella prompts that want to stop you from doing that. Hey, are you sure you want to deactivate? Give us a reason why you're deactivating. Is it because you spend too much time on it? Is it because people are bothering you? We have a way to make that stop. Don't deactivate. Are you sure you want to deactivate? Like, you can't just say, Facebook, I want to deactivate. They ask you a gazillion questions. You've got to put in a gazillion answers before you can actually deactivate. And get this, to delete, they keep your page open for 30 days just in case you change your mind and you want to come back. I just said I wanted to delete it. I don't want you to give me a chance to come back because I'm trying to get this out of my life. So why are you trying to give me a chance to come back? I don't want to come back. I don't want to come back. I want you to delete this because I'm asking you to delete it. I'm asking you to delete it, so delete it. But no, they create it like that on purpose. Your attention span. People cannot focus. Sometimes you be talking to people, they be scrolling on their phone. You be like, damn, are you even listening? It creates a culture of narcissists, people that are overly obsessed with themselves, people that are overly, look at the Instagram models, getting hella inflations in their lips, growing their booties, getting all these surgeries because they're so obsessed with themselves, trying to keep up with the Instagram culture that they don't even know themselves anymore. Don't get me wrong. If you want to do that to your body, that's you. Not judging. You can do what you want to do. But it creates narcissistic behavior. People who are overly obsessed, admiring themselves. Listen, I'm guilty of all these things. It makes us less social, creates anxiety and depression. Like I said, comparing yourself, thinking about posts when you're not even on the app. You don't realize how you may be thinking about something you've seen on social media while you're driving down the road. Okay, you're driving down the road. Had you not even been on social media that day, you wouldn't even have that thought in your mind. But because you were on there for 3 hours, now you're thinking about stuff that don't even matter. None of these people pay your bills, nothing. Keyboard warriors. How many reactors do you see that tear people down on this app here that we on right now? Sit there, watch people video and go make another video, tear them down. Give their opinion about somebody's life. That, what, do your opinion matter? No. Create all their content based off of other people's videos. Ridiculous. How many people get on Facebook, be a Facebook warrior behind their little phone, popping off, talking crazy. Like if you seen them in the street, they won't get smacked. But behind their phone, they acting, spreading fear and disinformation. Look at all the fake news that have been spread since coronavirus started. The fake numbers. The fake vaccines and the fake this and the fake that. You get online and all you see is fake stuff. You have to do your research for yourself so that you know what's going on. So that you can say, I did my research. I know what's fake. I know what's real. And when you do research again. You do research again, and you do research on the research that you did and do research on the research that you just researched, because that is being proactive and what is downloaded into you, not just taking things that you read and saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna go with that. No. So, I mean, it's just ridiculous in my opinion. Like I said, I feel like YouTube is also toxic, but I feel like it's the least toxic. Never really was a big Instagrammer, but Facebook had to go. Just people on there that I didn't want to see anymore. Don't want to keep up with their life. People say like, oh, you could just delete them. No, I don't want to just delete them. I don't want to unfriend them. I don't want to be associated with the app anymore. I'm over it. The only reason why I miss it a little bit is because of promoting my YouTube. But you know what? I promote it in other ways. Forget it. I don't even want it anymore because it's just people trying to keep up with me. Let me tell you how many text messages I got when I deleted my Facebook. Yo, what's up? You good? I ain't seen you on Facebook. So you're trying to tell me that because you haven't seen me on Facebook, there has to be something negative going on in my life? Actually, I'm doing very well. Actually, I'm doing better than I was doing when I was on Facebook. Actually mind your business. You're not really calling to check on me. You just calling to be nosy because when I was on Facebook posting every 10 minutes, you were able to keep up with me and what I'm doing. But now you don't know what I'm doing if I'm ahead of you. So you just want to call me and check it out. Oh, I'm praying for you, sis. No, don't pray for me. I pray for me. My mother prayed for me. I don't need your prayers. I noticed how people was calling me trying to check on me because I wasn't on Facebook. And I'm just like, why do my peers equate me not being on Facebook to something negative happening in my life? How come I could have just left Facebook because I wanted to and I'm actually feeling good, feeling great, everything's groovy? How come y'all felt like because I wasn't on Facebook, something negative was happening? That's how I knew that I made the correct decision. I started to get more into myself, my family, my YouTube channel. I just started to focus on me. Okay, focus on myself. I wanted to think my own thoughts. I did not want to be influenced by other people's thoughts. I did not want to keep up with people and what they're doing in their life. I did not want to see the PSA long posts. I did not want to argue with people that I'm never even going to see on a comment section on Facebook. I didn't want to do it anymore. It was getting to be draining. That's the perfect word for it. So my advice to you is to be intentional with these apps. Use them and go. Don't stay on them too long. Take frequent breaks from them. Whether it's a day, 2 days, a week. If you have teens, encourage your teenagers, your sisters, your brothers to take breaks from it. Put their phone down for an hour a day just to hear their own mind, their own thoughts, and not be influenced all day by social media. Take frequent breaks from it. Have discernment when you're looking at things on there. When you realize negativity, delete the person, hurry up and scroll past it, get it out of there, because it literally downloads into your spirit, and you have to know that. You have to believe that. Things don't happen by coincidence. Thoughts don't just pop in your head for no reason. The things that we watch on TV, the music that we listen to, the things that we see on social media is very influential in our lives. And you have to realize that. So it's important to constantly be downloading only positive things into your spirit. And when you see that those things are not positive anymore, get it out of there. So that's my spiel. Social media is very toxic, but it can be used as an empowering tool. It can be used as a money-making tool. It can be used as a way to stay connected with people that you haven't seen in a long while. But you know what? Get back to the old days. Pick up your phone and call people. Pick up your phone instead of always texting. Learn how to stop procrastinating and scrolling on the internet and go do something productive with yourself, even if it's just sitting there in silence. That's productive. That's self-care. So my big head beauties out there, okay? Don't let social media run you, okay? You run social media. All right? I hope this was helpful for you guys. Hope I was able to inspire you in some type of way with this post to even delete your Facebook, whatever it is that you want to delete that shit. You don't need it. You're going to be fine without it. But I will see you guys in the next video. Drop me a comment, okay? Thumbnail. I'm going to put a little Facebook, the little icon right there, like. But drop me a comment, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.